Hi friends. So this is one of the questions. Okay, this is the day 28 of your programming class. This is my class. Okay, this is my class input string. From that input string, you have to print. You have to print. Okay, how many words are there? Okay, how many words are there? That's a small program. But the next program is what is the first word? Okay, so what's your program right now? Right now we are seeing how to write a program to print the first word of a sentence. But there is one more program. Okay, what's that program? That is to find how many words are there. Find how many words are there. So what you have to understand. Okay, I will tell you this technique. Whenever you hear, okay, what's the question now? How many words are there? And the second question is, what is the first word? So whenever you hear this thing called as word, whenever you hear this thing called as word, then only one thing should come to your mind. That is split method should come to your mind. You should remember the split method. Okay, someone is talking about word. Okay, then you have to use split method. Like this, you have to be telling. Okay, so now then how to use this split method, right? How to use this split method? I'll tell you. You have to tell yes dot split. Okay, you have to tell s dot split. So what you're telling is split the string yes you're telling. Okay, split the string yes you're telling. Now the question is, okay, it will split, but where? That's the question. Okay, you are telling split, but where you want me to split? I have to tell a split at spaces. Can you see between this double quotes and between this double quotes there is a empty here. Empty means a space. Means what I'm telling now. You have to split, but where? Wherever there is a space. I'm telling split wherever there is a space. Okay, wherever there is a space, I have split it. Wherever there is a space, I have split it. Wherever there is a space, I have split it. Okay, as soon as I split like this, I'll be containing it in one array. Because how do you contain many elements by using array? Like if you have only one number or one string, you show it in a normal variable. But this variable has many elements. Better to show it in an array. Now, when you split a balloon, will a balloon be there? No. Same thing like that. When you split a space, spaces are not there in this array. Spaces are not because you have splitted spaces. Spaces are not there here. Okay. Then what else? Then what else is I'll tell you one more thing. See, if you cut an apple, will you get mango? No, right? If you cut an apple into two parts, both will be what type? The same type which was there previously. If you cut apple, you will get apple. If there is a mango, if you cut it into half, you'll get two mangoes, right? But it is mangoes only. It is mangoes only. But it is two pieces you will get. If you cut a banana, you'll be getting the banana only, right? So like that, if you cut a string, if you split a string, what will you get? You'll be getting string only, which means whatever you're seeing. So don't you think definitely this is an array? Yes, definitely this is an array, and definitely they will have index like 0, 1, 2, 3. They'll have index like what? 0, 1, 2, 3. Definitely it's an array. So what I have to tell? I will tell that this split method is there. No, this split method. Okay, I have to collect its reference. I have to collect its reference. Why? Because your string yes is a immutable string. If it is immutable, each and every time when you try to modify a new address is given to you. That's why the split method is giving me a new address. I have to collect it. I'll collect it in which variable? AR. I'll collect it in AR. Now AR, okay, this array, is it containing integer type data? No. Is it containing boolean type data? No. Don't you think each of them, each of these values is a string? Yes. So don't you think this will contain string type data? Yes, I will tell it contains string type AR. But is it a normal AR? No, it's a AR pointed to 1D array. So this line I always have to write when I'm talking about split method. When I'm talking about split method, always this is what I have to write. Okay. Now my laptop earphone is not working. That's why I'm using this earphone. Okay. I'm using this earphone here to act as a microphone. Okay. Now What you have to understand here, you have to understand that split method always returns string type array. Okay, you have to understand split method returns what? Returns, okay, string type array. Okay, yes, always this you have to remember. It always returns string type array. Okay, so this is how I have to write. Now, if it is an array, okay, what you can tell? If it's an array, you can tell ar dot length. You can tell ar dot length. So what's the meaning of ar dot length? The meaning is how many elements are there in the array. You tell me how many elements are there in the array. 1 element, 2 element, 3 element, 4 elements are there in the array. Okay, 4 elements are there in the array. 4 elements means 4 words. So if you want to know how many words are there, just tell ar dot length. Okay, let me, yes, here I'll be telling string s is equals to this is my class. Okay, that's my string s. What I have told now, I have told that I convert the string s. Okay, you split it. I have to tell you split it. Where do you want me to split it? Last one question. I'll tell split wherever you're seeing one space. Wherever you're seeing one space, you split it. I'm telling. Okay, now next what will happen? It will split, but you'll get one string type array. So I'll tell give it to AR of what type? Of string type AR. String type AR. Okay, string type AR. Next, next what? Right? I want to print all the array elements AR. I want to print all the AR. Can I tell print AR like this? I have told, right? Can I tell print AR like this? No. Right? We can't. It will give me the address. Only for the character type array it will print the values. But other than character type array, it will not print the values. It will print the address. Then, what is the way to do it? Either you have to tell arrays.toString of AR. I have already done it. Okay. So now let me not go into that much detail. So I want to know how many, what's the length of this array. What's the length means how many words are there. ar.length, if I tell ar.length without bracket. For arrays, bracket is not there. For string, there are brackets. Compiled, and if I execute, I'll be getting answer as 4. Okay, I'll be getting answer as 4. I think size is there here, maybe. I don't know, let's see what it is saying. Okay, so it is that size. I wanted to increase the size of this number of buffer size 50. Font. Okay. So we got the answer as 4 here, right? We have got the answer as 4. You can take the heading. What's the heading here? Okay, the heading will be write a program to print number of words. Okay, write a program to print number of words. Yes, please take this. Take a note of this. Take a note of this. Okay, everything is fine. Now the question is, how do I print the first element? Okay, if it is an integer type array, how do you print the first element of an integer type array? How do you print the first element of an integer type array? You tell AR of 0, right? Now how do you print the first element of a string type array? AR of 0 only. Yes, you want to print this, right? You want to print this, so you have to tell AR of 0th element. You have to tell. Okay, so after splitting, after everything, I'll not print its length. I'll tell print AR of 0. If I tell print AR of 0, if I tell print AR of 0, it will give me the first word, right? It will give me the first word. So I'll compile and I'll execute. I'll be waiting this. So please take the screenshot. Write a program to print first word. Print first word. Yes. So you can take the screenshot while I'm showing the output. See, take screenshot in the sense take the notes. Okay, so you got the first word, right? So what if you want the first word and the second word like this? So I have to tell print 0, then I have to tell print 1, print error of 1. Then I have to print. I'm telling print the error of 0 first word, print error of 1, print the second word, and it's telling this is. Then I have to print the next word. I have to print the next word. So I'll tell this is my error of 2 is my. This is my. Next will be okay. I think here I have not written y. Just let me write y here. Okay. Last word. Last word. That is AR of 3. AR of 3. Yes, I have compiled, and if I execute, here see I am getting this is my class. Yeah, I got this is my class. But what's the guarantee that I have to come clear only, right? What if my class this was not there? Okay, class was not there. This is my. Yes, till here it was there. Then what to do? Till here it was there. Then what to do? Right? Yes. Now watch here. What will happen? Array index out of bound exception. Why? Because okay, you're telling error of 0. You're telling error of 1. Okay, so don't you think after splitting this is my error of 0? Yes. This is my error of 1. Yes. This is my error of 2. Yes. But in a program you're telling error of 3. Where is your error of 3? Error 2 is last. So if error of 3 is not there, that index is out of the bound. Array index out of bound. Not string index, array index. Okay. So that's the problem. Okay. Which means, don't you think according to the length it has to go? Yes, according to the length. I can't simply tell start from 0 go till 3. Now don't you think here I can use a for loop here? Number is starting from 0. Okay, when I had something like this is my class. When I had something like this, don't you think this was the index 0? Yes, this was index 1, this was the index 2, and this was the index 3. So what's the last index? Last index is always length minus 1. Okay, yes, that's fine, we'll leave about that. So now, instead of writing 0, 1, 2, 3 manually, what I can do is I can write a what? For loop. Okay, I can write a for loop. I'll undo this so that you'll understand. If I'm writing a for loop, my int I should start from which number? With the number 0. From where my this number has to start. I should go less than or equal to 3. It should go to 3 also, which means all these values 0 to 3 are less than 4. So I'll tell all these I values are less than 4. I plus plus. What is 4 here? Don't you think 4 is nothing but 4 words are there, and that is nothing but AR dot length. Okay, I'm telling according to the length you fetch the array. That's it. Don't go array index out of bound exception. Okay, so here inside the for loop, what should I write? Inside the for loop, I have to write what? Let's see. I'll paste it. No, I can't paste, so I'll tell system dot out dot println. I'll print AR of I. Print what? Print AR of I, because I value is 0, so you have to print AR of 0, AR of 1, AR of 2, and so on. Okay. So, okay. So what's happening? This is my class. This is my class. 2 times it is printed. Why? Because here I had written, that I remove it because I don't want multiple output, same output to be coming here. So I've taken the screenshot. So let's see. So this is my class. Please take a note of this. So next what? So I hope you have understood here, right? I hope you have understood. Now let's imagine that you want to come back, because this is one more question which they'll ask in the interview, right? They'll ask something like this. Okay, I'll tell CTRL. Yes, don't say. So if you have this is my class, okay, so they will not tell you to reverse string. Reverse string is easy. It's not reverse, you use inbuilt method, no problem. But they are not asking you to complete a reverse string. They are asking the last word should come here. Class my is this. So this is what they are asking. Okay. Okay. I hope you understood. So if you have to print, class, the only thing index is 0, 1, 2, 3. Yes. You have to print AR of 3 first. Then you have to print my. My is AR of 2. You have to print AR of 2 first. Then you have to print is. Is AR of 1. Print AR of 1 first. Then you have to print this. You have to print this. If you have to print this, where it is that this present? It is present in AR of 0. Can you see the number is starting from 3 and it is going to 0? Yes. Starting from 3, what is 3? 3 is last index, and how to get last index? Length minus 1. So I'll tell your I value, right? Your I value should start from, this time I'll tell your I value should start. I value should start from air dot length minus 1. I should be greater than or equal to 0. And I minus minus. Okay. Now, why this I should be greater than or equal to 0? You are telling that this is the starting point, this is 3 is the starting point, but till where it has to go? I have to tell till 0. Then how do I tell? I tell that, yes. So I hope you have understood. I tell that less than 0. How? By telling like this, okay? If, see, don't you think all these values, 3 is greater than 0, 2 is greater than 0, 1 is greater than 0, 0 is greater than 0. Yes. Is minus 1 greater than 0? No. So all these values are greater than 0. That's what I'm telling. Okay. All these values 3, 2, 1, 0 are greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Yes. So condition I had written that. So 0 I minus minus. I'll be getting in a reverse order. Class my is this. Okay. As you can see, class my is this. Please take the screenshot also. Okay. So this you have understood. Okay. So now there are many things to see here. Okay, there are many things. What we'll do now is we'll use enhanced for loop. Okay, we'll use enhanced for loop. How to write enhanced for loop? Enhanced for loop is written like this. You have to tell from the array AR. From the array AR, give one by one element to whom? To data. Of what type? Now, AR is of what type array? AR is a string type array. In the string type array, element will be what type? String type. In integer type array, the element is integer. I hope it is clear. In a string type array, the elements will be string, which means from the array AR, if I take the elements, I'll be getting in a string format. That's why I'll tell string data AR. Okay, string data AR. This is what I'll tell. Okay. Now, then what I have to tell is from the array AR, give one by one element to data of what type? Of string type. Okay, now I got the data, right? And whatever data I got, I have to print it. That's why system.out.println print that data. Simple. Let's see. I'll compile. I will execute. Let's see. This is my class. I hope you have understood how to use enhanced for loop. Now there is a demerit of enhanced for loop. What is that? Demerit is enhanced for loop can be done from the beginning of an array to end of an array, right? Beginning to end. What if you want to do in reverse order? You can't, right? But in a normal for loop, it is possible. You can go from the beginning also, from the end also. And in the normal for loop, you can skip each indexes. That is 2, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 indexes. You can go like that. But here you can't. So those are the merits of the writing normal for loop and enhanced for loop. Okay, fine. So you have understood about NS for loop. So let me tell one more thing, that is, some of you are thinking, I have declared, see, this is called as declaration, right? Why should I declare it there only? Why can't I declare it here, string data? Okay, yes, if you're thinking I'll declare here and I'll initialize here, you're 100% wrong. Okay, you can't do like this, because if I compile, right, if I compile, it'll tell error. Why error? Why? Because, okay, the syntax is like this, that is, in a NS for loop, the type must be defined. So it's string type, it is defined. That's it. Okay. So this is all about enhanced for loop. Now let's see other things here. Okay. So let me ask you a simple question. Okay. Let me cut this from here. Okay. Let me cut this from here. I'll cut it. And here, let me remove this. Can I write something like this? You just have to think. System.out. This is important knowledge here. System.out.println. Okay. So right? Can I write hi, and can I tell dot length here? Can I tell like this? Hi dot length. Can I tell? Yes. Why? Because it doesn't mean that you have to less dot length only. No. Before length method, is it a string type? Yes, it is a string type. That's why you're getting answer as 3. It's a string type. That's it. Which means you can tell hi dot to uppercase, right? You can tell hi dot to upper case. Hi dot to uppercase. So let's see. Right. I'll compile, and if I execute, I'll getting hi in uppercase. So definitely in that way also we can write dot uppercase I can write. So the question is like this. Okay, the input and output question is input is all of them will be in maybe lowercase or something. Your output should be all of the words should be in uppercase. All the words should be in uppercase. So what should I tell? Till now you are printing data. This is my class. In a new line you are printing. Now what I want is each word to be printed in a new line, but in the uppercase. Let's see. So how to tell data? What type data? String type data. For this string, I'll tell, for when you're printing, for this string I'll tell to uppercase. Like this. That's it. Okay, to uppercase. This is my class here. So I hope you have understood here. Please take this screenshot. I'll be maximizing this. Yes, take the screenshot. The comment I have written, forget that comment. Okay. So, but this is not recommended. Okay, whatever I'm doing here, data dot to upper is not recommended. Why? I'll tell you. See, your main method should be compact. Your main method should be as small as possible. Now, somewhat it is okay, data dot to uppercase. But imagine one thing like this. Now, what you're doing here, don't you think each word by word you're connecting to uppercase? Agree? That is, when you're using the NS for loop, in the beginning, the first word is given to data. The first word is given to data. That first word is uppercase you're printing. The second word is given to data. Second words uppercase you're printing. Third element is given to data. So I hope it's clear, right? But what if it is like this? First word. Previously we converted only to uppercase. But what if the question is like this? First word, the first letter should be uppercase. The rest remaining should be in lowercase. Then I have to calculate how many vowels are there. If the vowel count is 5, I have to print high. So these kind of complex calculations are there, right? That is why it is better to write a separate method for that. Okay, what I mean to tell is like this. Now let's imagine that I want to convert all of them to uppercase. So what will I do? I'll do something like this. Okay, what I'll do is I'll tell, hey, one by one data, whatever you are getting, one by one data. Okay, see, from the AR, one by one data is given to which variable? Data. Now the question is, most of you are thinking, should I write data only? You write data, no problem, right? You write data, no problem. Okay, no problem, you can check it. So right now let me tell data. So one by one element word is given to data, one by one word. What I want to do, I want to convert this word to what? Uppercase. So I'll call a method, okay, convert uppercase up, convert up alter, convert it up alter. Okay, which string you want to convert? Whatever word you have in your data. Okay, one by one element to which you will be giving. You are giving it to the variable data. That data, whatever someone gave you, you pass it to which method? Convert up method. Convert up method. So this convert up, what it will do? It will convert all of them to uppercase. If it converts, don't think I have to collect it. I'll collect it in result of what type? Of string type. So now I'm telling, okay, there is a string type variable result, which will get the value from the result of a method. What is the result of a method? Convert up, result of a method. So after I get the result, I want to print the result. So that's why system.out.out println, I'm printing the result, res. But now compile time error. Why? Because I have not defined what is convert up method. I have to mention what is convert up method. Here I'll tell static. Here I'll tell method signature, right? Yes. Convert upward. Okay. So method signature I have written. I have to complete it by telling it accepts one string type yes. It returns one string only because you are collecting into a result variable return string, and from static you call a static. So this has to be static variable. Now, what we're supposed to do? What is this S supposed to do? S is supposed to do only one thing. What is that? It has to return, right? It has to return which value? Whatever S you have, convert it to what? To uppercase. Convert it to uppercase. So in this way we can do it. Okay. So whatever string you have, you convert to uppercase and you return immediately. Okay, that's it. So I'll compile list. So now when I execute, okay, see we got the same output, right? Yes, this is one more way to do it also. You can take this screenshot. I mean, if you want, you can take the notes of this. You will get the same output. Okay, but this is better. So as you can see clearly, what is happening here? One by one word is given to data. That data is set to one method. That method will do calculation. It will send us that. Okay, fine. So these are the basic which you have to practice. Okay, you have to practice all these basic things. Now, next, let's see some more thing. Now, let me talk about this individual thing. Okay? If a string is given to you, right? If a string is given to you, I'll cut this. From that string, you have to convert first letter to uppercase, rest all to lowercase. Let's do that. Let's do it for one sentence. I mean one word. We'll do it. Then we'll apply for one sentence. Okay. So in one sentence, each word should be first letter should be in lowercase, rest all should be in uppercase. Each word first letter should be in uppercase, rest all should be in lowercase. Next word first letter uppercase, rest all lowercase. Next word first letter uppercase, rest all lowercase. I hope it is clear. Okay. So let's take this example. What we want maybe is something like this. Okay. So if I have apple, I'll write apple like this. A P P L E. Now this is my input, and what should my output? My output should be A P P L E like this. Now, so what is happening here? You have to think. You have to pause the screen and think. What is happening here? Something is happening, right? What is it? That is, okay, there is a first part of a string, there is a second part of a string. The first part of a string is converted to uppercase forcefully. The second part of a string is converted to lowercase forcefully. Then you are merging them, that's it. Okay, so what you have to do? From a given string, A, P, P, L, D, whatever given string is there, we have to identify which is the first half of a string, the second half of a string. First half and second half. Okay, so simple. First half and second half. That's it, remember. Now, the question is, how do you get the second half is the question. So how do you get this second half? How do you get PPLE? How do you get PPLE? Don't think you want this part of a string, you want this part of a string. That is meaning nothing but substring. You want a substring. So index is there. What's the index here? Index is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Don't think index from 1. Okay. If I have to tell from my new my string from the string S, give me a substring. Give me a substring. Substring from which index? I'll tell from the index 1. So if I tell from the index 1, what will happen? Okay, I'll be getting one string that is PPLE. I'll be getting this string, but where should I store it? I'll store it in second half because that PPL is the second half of the string. SH I'll store it in second half. Now SH coming for the first time or second time? It's coming for the first time, so I have to declare string SH. Okay, fine. I got the second half of a string. Now, as soon as I get the second half, don't think second half is supposed to be converted to lowercase. So immediately I'll tell my new second half is equals to old second half dot to lowercase. Okay, fine. So about second half we have done. What about the first half? Right? For the first half, don't think first half should be converted to uppercase. Now, how do you take the first half? First half means one letter only. How do you take only one letter? How do you take only one letter? Right? Yes, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, my string first half. My string first half is nothing but s dot char at of 0. Okay, s dot char of 0. What is s dot char of 0? A. Okay, A has not been assigned to Sri movie. That's why something like that, okay, so s dot char of 0. Okay. Okay, so first half, first letter I'm giving to FH. Now, what I should do? As soon as I get the FH, I have to make it uppercase. Now, people who have been attending, attentive very carefully. If you're not skipped the video, you would have understood. Some few seconds back, I have told something. Okay, I have told something. But if you're not skipping, then it's good. Okay, maybe you had some fun. Okay. So FH. Okay, I want my first half. How do I? What is the first half? First half means the first letter should be converted to uppercase. And how do you convert to uppercase? My new first half is equal to old first half dot to uppercase after. Simple. But there is a problem. What's the problem? Can you give a character, s dot char of 0? Can you give it to a string type? No. Whatever I have done, let's execute. Yes. I'll keep it here and let's try to execute. Where is it? Yes. So there is one string. String s is equals to. Let me give app. Right. A P P L E. Yes. Something is there like this. Then what should I tell? First I have to tell from the string yes, I want a substring. From where? From the index 1. Okay. I hope I have already told you about this. Okay, from the index 1. Now I want to print this. Okay, I will this if I tell like this, don't think this is my SH, this is my SH. That is my second half. But this SH is coming for the first time, so I'll tell declare it. String second half. So let me print it. System dot out dot println. Let me print it. System. Println. Now, what I want to print? I want to print the variable sh because I want to know what is my second half. Second half I want to know. So I have compiled, and if I execute, PPL is my second half. The second half I have to convert to lowercase. That's why I'll tell before printing sh, I'll tell my new sh is equals to old sh dot to lowercase. I'm forcefully making them lowercase. Okay, so if I compile and execute, as you can see, I'll be getting PPL in lowercase. Next, I want the first half. So I'll tell a string fh first half is nothing but from the start char at of 0. Okay, will anyone disagree with it? No. Why? Very simple. Okay, very simple. Because if you want the first half, you want only the a. If you want only the a, that is present in 0th index. That's why s dot char of 0. After printing the second half, let me tell print first half. Let me tell print first half. So I'm printing second half. I'm printing first half. What is that? Is I have not told semicolon. Yes. So what is happening? Char at 0. Char cannot incompatible types. Char at yeah. So this is the error which I wanted to tell you. Okay, this is the error which I want to tell you. So here it will not happen. Why? Because how can you give a character to a string type fh? Right? How can you give a character to a string type fh? Because character cannot be given to string. How do you convert a character to a string? Empty string plus instead of 0. Okay. So this is the way to do it. So now as of now I am printing fh only, and if I print fh, it is the first half is in lowercase. But to tell before printing fh, okay, as soon as I get my fh, I have to tell my new fh first half is equals to old first half dot, okay, dot what, to upper case, after dot to uppercase. That's it. Compiled and see, you got PPL is in lowercase, A is in uppercase. But what should I do now? What I would tell is print first half. After printing the first half, string concatenated second half sh. I don't need this. Okay, as you can see, first I'm printing the first half, A uppercase, then PPLE in lowercase. So we got the output. Please take this screenshot. Yes, take this screenshot. Okay, now you can give anything, right? You can give anything. D, H, E, E, R, A, J, right? Whatever you give, first it will convert to uppercase, rest all will convert to lowercase. Okay, I'll compile, and if I execute, I got the proper output. Now, as I told you, this main method, you should not write all these things in a main method, right? You should not write all these things in a main method. I'll cut it. I'll tell whatever s you have, whatever s you have, you give it to a method. Let that method do all the calculation, because main method should look very small. So what's the method name? I'll tell the method name is title. Okay. So title is a method name. This title method accepts one string yes. As soon as it accepts one string yes, okay, you will be getting one pure string. I'll be storing it in res of what type? Of string type. Because you have passed a string, you'll be getting a pure string back. So I'll be showing it in res of string type, and I'll print res system.out.println. That I'll print res. Okay, print res. Now everything is ready. Just have to tell what is this title method. Okay, don't think title method accepts one string type and it returns a string type. Yes, so I'll tell it's static, then it returns a string type. String type, then it method, what's the method name? Method name is title, and it accepts a string type yes. Then what should I tell? I have to tell that okay, when it accepts a string, what you're supposed to do, I'll tell like this. Okay, when you're accepting a string, from that yes, you take a substring, you convert it to uppercase. From that string, you take the first character, convert it to uppercase. Okay, sorry. So then don't print. You should not print now, because this is a method which will return something. It will not print. You can print, no problem, but return statement must be there. So which means instead of telling printing f plus h, I will tell return f plus h. Compiled and see. Let's see. Compiled, and if I execute, I got here. Right. So this is the way to do it. Why? You have to understand like this, right? That is, whatever you pass, okay, whatever string you pass, that string, it will take it, it will do nice formatting, and it will return us back. Okay, that you have to understand. Fine. Now I'll tell you something, right? What is that? So what this title will do? What this title will do is, you give any word, you give any small word. What it will do? First letter uppercase, rest of lowercase. That's it. Now let me write one sentence that is like this. This is my class. Okay, this is my class. So here I'll tell A is uppercase, L uppercase. Okay. So what should happen here? For each word, what should happen? Each word, first letter should be in uppercase, rest should be in lowercase. So what should I tell here? I'll cut it from here, and I'll tell first, I want word by word, because as you can see, what's the task? Each word should be converted to, first letter should be uppercase, rest of lowercase. Each word means split method. S dot split. Okay, where do you want me to split? I'll tell a split, like this. Wherever you are seeing one space. After splitting, what should I do? You give me, you stored in AR of what type? Of string type array. Dimension is 1. Now, after this is done, I'll write a for loop. I can write anything. Let me write int I should start from 0. I is less than AR dot length. Okay, I'm taking one by one element. Okay. Then AR dot length. I'm going backward. Then I'll tell I plus plus. Now, what I have to do? I'll paste it. So don't think inside the title I have to pass AR of I. Why? Because if my I value is 0, if my I value is 0, how do you get the first word? If you want the first word, you will tell AR of 0. If you want the second word, you will tell AR of 1. If you want the third word, you will tell AR of I. AR of I. Okay. See, AR is array type, but AR of I is not an array. Is it clear? AR is an array. AR of I is not an array. Because, for example, AR of 0 is a string. AR of 1 is a string. AR of 2 is a string. Is it clear? Your AR is a complete array. Okay, but inside the array, AR of 0 string, AR of 1 string. So AR of I is a string. So I'll tell stored in string type variable, string type. What is the variable name? That is the I'll tell it as word. Easy to remember, because AR of I is given to whom? Word, which means presently this is the word. That word I'll be passing it to which? Title. Okay, this is what I'll do. Okay, I'll pass it to a title. I'll pass it to whom? I'll pass it to title. Okay, so what will happen? Each and every time I'll get the string res and I'll print the res. I'll cut it from here. I'll tell print res. So what is happening? Let's trace, right? Let's trace. I is starting from 0. If I is 0, what is AR of 0? AR of 0 is this. This is given to whom? Word. That is passed on in the title. So this will come here. That, this. Okay. Yes, it is very confusing, right? That, this. Okay. So that word, this, is converted and given back and stored in my result, and you're printing the result. As soon as you print the result, closing bracket of I plus plus happens. So second word, AR of I is 1, AR of 1 is the second word. Second word is given to the variable word that is passed to the title. So I hope it's clear. Simple concept. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. I'll be going a little below, then I'll be executing the code for you. Where is the string gone? Okay. Control 2. Okay, so you can take this screenshot. Each word, first letter uppercase, rest are to lowercase. Okay. So that's the important thing for this split. Okay. So it's better to write in different methods. It's better to write in different methods whatever task you want to do. So this was basic program. Okay, for today I'll be giving this much only. I want you to work more on this. One homework I'll give you. You try to do it. Okay, what is that homework? That is like this. As I told you, in the main method it should be like this. If I tell anything, you give that error of I to a word, you pass that word as of now it's a title method, but in the future, depending upon your program, you change the method name. Okay, sometimes as I told you, take the word, in that word you count how many vowels are there. Okay, for that vowel, put that vowel before the word. All these kind of things should be done in the method, not in the main method. It will look very big. Okay, so control. So what is my program? I'll tell you. So if you have, this is my class. Okay, if this is my class, I want you to print SIHT, SIYM, SSALC. What is happening here? What is happening? The word is in the same place, but that word is reversed. Word is in the same place, but the word is reversed. So again, word-wise operation, split method should come to your mind. Okay, so word is in the same place, reverse has happened. Each word is reversed by in the same position. So this is your homework. Try to do it on your own. You can do it, but just try. And please, as soon as you try it, send me this in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so that I'll get to know that yes, you have done it. Okay, so that's it for today. Because see, in the future classes, I want you guys to be prepared for 2.5 or to 3 hours of classes. Right now, since this is a basic, I have to go little slow so that you have the time to grasp these things and you can be better prepared for the next class. But once all the basics are clear, when I'm teaching HackerRank, more HackerRank, right? That time I will not do for 1 hour or 2 hours. Sometimes it will cross the 2 hours, 2.5 or 3 hours it will cross. Why? Because see, now I'm doing for 1 hour and all, right? Previously I have done for 1 hour 20 minutes. I've done for 1 hour 30 minutes. Sometimes I do for 2 hours. Okay, so all these 1 hour 30 minutes actually I'm not doing much program, so I have to compensate for that. That is why in the future classes we'll be having 3 maybe 2.5 hours of classes like that. Okay, so yes, that's it for today's class. Today was the day 28, I guess. I guess it is 28. Yes, so many things I'll be teaching. Okay, there are important things, because that logic will be applied everywhere. That will be seen when the time comes. Thanks for watching the video.